Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, then hello and welcome. I hope you all are doing very well. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of some of my old favorites to see if they are still my favorites. So I have a nice selection of kind of different price ranges as well. I would say a lot more of them are kind of higher end. That wasn't intentional. I've just recently done a declutter, and a lot of stuff that I've kind of seen, I was like, oh, I haven't used that in a while, haven't used that in a while. And one of my last videos was, makeup I forgot about. This stuff I remember very well because I love how the products work. I just haven't had the chance to use them in a while. So let's start off with primer. So this is by NYX Professional Makeup. This is their Plump Right Back. So they do have it in a bigger form, but this is more of a kind of mini version. And I think the big one I had finished, or it was like part of my project pan, and I kind of got rid of it. I haven't picked up another one because I kind of feel like I want to try newer things. I love repurchasing some of my old stuff and kind of using them because I know that they'll work for me, but I've always wanted to kind of try and find new stuff to see if they would work. And NYX have come out with so many great products recently, like their new foundation has been amazing, and even some of their kind of old other primers, like the primer that they came out with last year, like the tacky one, was so good. I absolutely love that. Like, it was one of my favorite products of last year. And even like affordable ones, high-end brands, not so much because I don't tend to use them up, but if I do, I mean, it would be more about me wanting to try something different. But I feel like with NYX, their primers do such a great job. The marshmallow one is one of my favorite primers of all time, but I haven't had a chance to repurchase it just because I just want to give other ones a try. So yeah, this is still nice and tacky. Let's go on to a foundation. So this is by Danessa Myricks, and this is her, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like the Yummy Skin. And there's a few different versions of the Yummy Skin, but this is more of like the balm version, and I have always used this with a sponge because I feel like the way that it kind of connects, like it gathers the product and gives me such a better coverage. But it has been a while since I've used it, but I do know that this is super pale for me. I do have a bronzer today to test out, and it smells okay. I've definitely had this for a while, and that's just a habit that I have. Products that I absolutely love, I don't want to get rid of them because, especially Danessa Myricks, like her stuff is very high end, and as much as I want to try her palettes and stuff, they look absolutely gorgeous, but I just can't afford £100 on one thing. I could spend £100 on about 20 things. That's more my kind of thing. But I know that her stuff is extremely high quality. It's great. That's why I've never gotten rid of like her serum foundations and stuff like that, because I just know that they are so good. And to be honest, color wise, I think this is okay. Normally I thought it was like super light, just white on me, but I could be confusing it with something else. This is in the shade number 2. So if number 1 probably would be like ghost white on me, but yeah, this is still looking absolutely gorgeous. It's not like super full coverage, but I feel like maybe if I used a brush it would maybe give it more coverage. But I've only again ever used this with a sponge, and I feel like it works perfectly well. So yeah, for coverage wise, I feel like because my skin is doing a little bit better recently, well, for now, we'll see how it gets during the summer. I feel like coverage is like, I want a kind of like medium coverage. Full coverage, I think for me is more like winter time, and I feel like this and the serum are great for like medium coverage. I still absolutely love this. I'm still going to absolutely keep it. So next we'll go on to concealer, and this is the NARS Pot Concealer in the shade Madeline, which is light 2.3. I absolutely love this. I don't know why I don't use it more, but I feel like for me, sometimes when I buy products that are kind of, well, NARS are not like super expensive. They're just, for me, a bit more of a kind of, I have to really want it to spend money on it, and I really do want to try their new foundation. I just haven't seen many reviews on it, Like, have you seen that just covered my spot like completely? I know this is not a new product, and obviously a lot of people who have used this love this, but I just feel like this as a concealer just does like the most amazing job, and I feel like I might have to keep this at the top of my drawer just to kind of use them more often. I shouldn't be afraid to use up products because hopefully they're always going to keep this, but it's not like about it disappearing or kind of being discontinued. I think I want to use it for like special occasions or occasions where I'm kind of like, I want to feel extra bougie or something, but not that I ever do. But yeah, this is I love this. Yeah, if you guys have not tried this potted concealer, it is amazing. I do love the other concealer as well, like the cream like version, which is still amazing, but I think this one kind of wins it for me. And next we have bronzer, which is on the completely different price range of my last two products. If you hear my baby in the back, he's just recently started to kind of like talk and mumble, and now he's just like constantly going for it. So yeah, I apologize if that kind of annoys you. So next we have the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. I use this so much, and I use this so much on my channel, and I feel like it's drying up, and I just kind of want to give it a go to see if it's still worth keeping, because I will probably buy another one because there's such great products. I mean, it's only £6, and I feel like I'm kind of getting near to the end of it. Kind of, I feel like I wouldn't say hitting pan, because I don't really hit pan with a lot of products because I rarely use them, but I use this so much and I still have so much left. But I've had it pretty much since it came out, which now saying that is pretty disgusting because it has been a while. But I said this in my kind of makeup I haven't used in a while, like my Milk bronzer stick, that was super dry, super smelly, and I've had it for a long time, and I feel like I should have gotten rid of it for a while. And products that I keep it for kind of like, not sentimental, but I'm like, oh, I spent my hard-earned money on this, I love using it, blah blah blah, without realizing that, yeah, if I put this on my skin, it could like really react badly. And that's the same when it comes to it's the same when it comes to like mascaras and stuff like that. Anything that you put near your eye, super dangerous. So any mascaras that you have gone past like 6 months, I think, get rid of it. So yeah, that's still perfect. It's still super creamy. It hasn't dried out. I love it. Let's go on to blush. So this is by Pat McGrath, and I know that her company is I think she sold it, or she wants to sell it, because they're just not really making enough money, which is really sad because she has some absolutely amazing products, but I've said it so many times, they're just too pricey for me. I got this on a sale on her website. I think I got this for like 10 or 15 pounds, and it was free. It was like 3 blushes. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is called Venus Nectar. This is like one of my favorite kind of shades. It's kind of like a dusty rose type shade, which is like one of my favorite shades for blushes. And it's been a very long time since I've used it, but I absolutely love this. And the trio, I do have her I don't think it's called Mothership, but like her Nirvana palette, and it's like the massive eyeshadow palette, and it's absolutely stunning. And again, I only got it because it was on a massive sale on her website. Otherwise there'd be no way I could afford it. But I just love how beautiful and elegant these look. And you get the highlighter as well. I'm not going to use a highlighter today because I have another product, obviously, but I still just absolutely love this, and it kind of, again, makes me feel nice and bougie. I have a Pat McGrath like blush palette, but this is still gorgeous. I'm obviously going to keep everything that I have here, but it's just been a while since I've used them, and sometimes you never know if it's just like, it's best to just get rid of it. So yeah, highlighter I'm just using by Revolution. This is not old like at all, I just haven't used it in a while, but I absolutely love it. This highlighter is only like £4 or something like that, and it is absolutely stunning. I could have used the highlighter in this, but I just wanted to try something different, and of course the price ranges are completely different. Let's go on to eyeshadow palette, and this is by Bailey Sarian and Melt Cosmetics. I haven't purchased from Melt in a really long time, and a few years ago they were like my favorite brand, because I would buy almost everything that they released, especially when it came to Beauty Bay, because it was so much easier and accessible for me to get. But now, because their shipping is essentially the price of most of their products, I just can't justify buying anything. So the stuff that I have, I will keep a hold of, obviously, that I still use and like. But yeah, this palette I haven't used in such a long time. I can't remember. No, this is one of the only palettes that I have of them that is kind of not completely shattered. This Shadow Mercury is completely broken, but I've kind of gotten rid of the chunks. Her last palette I haven't used. I didn't own because I just was too expensive to get sent here. But yeah, I kind of feel like I'm vibing with some of these last shades because the lipstick I'm using today is red. No surprise there. So I thought I would just kind of go in with, yeah, these shades here. I do love all of these shades. This is a whole palette that has no shimmers in there, so everything is just going to be matte tone. And yeah, I haven't watched anything by Bailey in such a long time. I kind of go through phases of loving her content and then just going, oh, you know, it's pretty similar, blah 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 blah. And I haven't really watched any true crime in a while. I don't know if it's because of just my anxiety or just kind of like just not really being quote unquote in the mood to watch true crime, if that makes sense. I do listen to a couple of podcasts that are like true crime themed and stuff like that, and I know she does her like dark histories and stuff. She's not really in my kind of mood right now. I guess after last year, the last thing I want to think about is people dying. So yeah, I kind of don't really watch a lot of her stuff anymore. I kind of go back and forth. I feel like it depends on the case, which might be a bit horrible to say, but I think I tend to watch a lot of cases where I already know what's going on. I just like to see different people's perspectives, if that makes sense. But her content I've always liked because, again, I love watching her apply her makeup. I like the way that she presents herself and the way that she presents stories to people. And she has great makeup skills. She's obviously a makeup artist, very, very talented, very beautiful. And I do like this palette a lot. I just haven't had a chance to kind of use it. And again, when I use eyeshadow palettes, I like to have a shimmer because I want it to kind of be the end and like the nice kind of shimmer topping part of it. But so far this palette is still absolutely stunning, and it wasn't a cheap palette, so there's no way that I'm kind of getting rid of it. But I had to get it from the Melt website because at the time Beauty Bay didn't have the collaborations. And also pretty exciting news, I saw that Beauty Bay are technically coming back, which I'm so happy about because I really thought that they weren't coming back and they were just going to close. They did announce that they are coming back, so I'm pretty happy about that. So yeah, this palette is still absolutely stunning, and I'm still using the shades that I mentioned. I just think this palette has a nice kind of way to blend everything in. It is quite a deep palette, so there's not really like nude tones or any bright colors. I mean, this blue is very bright, and some of the greens and stuff are very bright, but it's not like a spring type palette. This is a very like autumnal type palette, which is completely fine for me. What I might do, I might add the highlighter on the end. Some of the shades are like breaking apart, very, very kind of soft, so I'm just going to kind of stop using it. Not to say that I'm never going to use it because it's breaking apart, but I've just done everything that I've wanted to do for it. So yeah, this palette is still absolutely gorgeous. I still love using my Melt cosmetic palettes because the quality on them are amazing, and again, I did spend a lot of money on them because I just love the brand itself. So let's just whoop. So now for shimmer, I'm going to go with this highlighter just kind of on the end, because why not? We don't always have to add a shimmer, but I always feel like it's nice to add something, just small amount, because it's not really part of the palette, but that's fine. But yeah, something nice and simple. And then let's end on the lips now with Charlotte Tilbury. So this is her, I don't actually know, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the matte lipstick in the shade Pizzazz. And I really, really like this because I feel like back in the day, Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks were only like nude tones, like her Pillow Talk and all that kind of stuff. And then when they came out with this red, I was like, yes, finally, like a nice kind of different shade. But yeah, I love this a lot. And again, it's not really one that I've used in a while, but it still smells good. So yeah, let's get this on. So this is my finished look of makeup products that I haven't used in a while, that are some of my favourites, and do I still enjoy them? Are they worth keeping? And my answer on all of them is yes, because yeah, some of them might be a bit expired, but for me they still work really, really well. And I'm not encouraging people to do that. I just, for me, I just feel like I want to keep them. They still work really well. If they were dry, if they were like moldy and stuff like that, 100% I would get rid of them. But I feel like they're still performing really, really well. And I absolutely love it. I'm so surprised at the foundation because, well, the balm, the Danessa Myricks balm, I honestly feel like it would have dried up and just kind of not worked. But I feel like the base of itself has worked so nicely with the primer. I might start using them together because I feel like even in the heat, because it's quite warm today, my top lip hasn't separated yet. And for me, that is kind of what I'm looking for. And yeah, let me know what you guys are still enjoying like all these years later. Is there that one product that you're just refusing to kind of get rid of because you love it so much, even though it's probably expired a long time ago? But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this type of video, because I can definitely do a lot more of them. I still have a lot of products that are just there that I'm still enjoying to use. And yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And yeah, thank you for enjoying my baby in the background. Hope to see you very soon. Bye.